All right, everybody, this is creating a proposal. So something about this, don't overanalyze it. You don't have to run this to a lawyer or anything like that. Just make it look like there's a lot of value. Show all the value in this. This is what it's for. Nothing else besides showing value and then the price. So don't put the price first. That's really rule number one. Don't put the price first. Put the value in first. So this is something I made a long time ago. This is an older one here. And I would even say that this is a little bit too lengthy, but I'll share the bare bones of this below. I'll make a link so everybody can go ahead and download this if they want. These I would delete these now if I wanted to look back at it. So here's kind of our mantra, a little bit about us in the beginning, or myself, because it was just me. And here's some words of encouragement. A few examples of past web design clients and what they have to say, if you want to put that in there too. Just an overcap of what they wanted here so that everybody knows they're on the same page. This is what they explained that they wanted, and this is what they're going to get. So they understand. They look at it and they say, yes, that's what we talked about. Perfect. So clarity is really good too. And here's some extra things that they probably didn't know that they needed. A contact form, light SEO, SSL certificate, things that they probably didn't realize that they needed to have, but they're there. And here is the development process here. So they know that there's a process and a rhyme and a rhythm. This isn't some, I sit down at a computer and jam it out in an hour type thing, even though now it's kind of like that because it's pretty easy for me. So it shows them, the initial planning. We have to find some copy and graphics here. Maybe even have a CMS. Well, the WordPress is the CMS. Test it out for quality assurance. Some revisions. Make some revisions here. And here it is. The revisions here are $45 an hour after this is done. So people need to realize that. Some clients will just go ahead and just ask you for revisions months after you're done. They need to know that that takes time. So $45 an hour, it's right in there. It's not a lot. Development and optimization, and here is the timeline. Now I definitely got this done a lot faster than 2 weeks because that's all I had to do. This was my only job, was to just make websites. So it looked like it was going to be 2 weeks, but that's still a phenomenal amount of time. So I over-promised and I over-delivered. I got it done way faster than 2 weeks, and I'm sure you guys can too. But make sure you're not like, hey, I can get it done in a day. Because number one, you're probably not going to do that your first couple times. And number two, it devalues it. That devalues the whole thing. If you can get it done in a day, they're going to be like, oh, you want this much money for a day worth of work? So here's the pricing table here. It's still kind of on the cheap side. So I asked for $600 up front and then $900 when I was completely done. And $50 for a renewal, which is still really not bad. But since I was hosting it, which you guys are going to be doing since you guys watched my, how to use Bluehost, it's Bluehost is $100 a month, $100 a year. So right here, he just paid for half my hosting for that year, which is extremely good. So here's some terms, and that's really about it for the proposal. Just some key things if you're going to make your own. Don't bring up pricing first. Show them the value, and think about how much money this is going to make them extra. So if this site is going to make these people an extra $1,500 a month, then it's totally worth $1,500 one time for them. This was just for a fencing company So I'm sure it would probably pull in at least $1,500 a month if people like looked at their services. It was a lot prettier than something that they had before. I could see that. But if this was a a medical company, then that they didn't even have a website before, and now we're building them a website, and we have a funnel and something intricate in there, and we have people coming into a CRM like HubSpot for them. That provides them a lot of value, and we can maybe even charge them monthly for that. So it's all in what they're getting for pricing. And if this is a large project, go ahead and make phases. So if you are going to make something like HubSpot for them, maybe that's not in the first phase. The first phase is the website. The second phase is HubSpot. And then the final phase is making everything work together and working out all the kinks. So like 3 phases, and put that in there. Don't make like more than 5 phases in a pricing table. And that's about it. So I'll leave the link for this. I'm going to make this a little bit prettier. I haven't looked at this in 2 years, so I'll do some work on that, and I will put it in the below for you guys.